Good morning, everybody. I'm sitting here in the shelter. It's already like 3 minutes after 7. And man, it rained all night. So I'm glad we had the shelter and get so lucky. No one else showed up. So it was just Primetime and I. And they have to deal with anybody else. We had to deal with a mouse. Today has been kind of a leisurely morning. Been up for an hour already. And I made coffee. I'm going to finish packing up. And I'm just doing everything I can to delay today because the next step is changing clothes, and my hiking clothes are soaking wet. And you know, like spandex type hiking underwear, when they're soaking wet, I mean, even putting them on is a chore. They're dang sure not comfortable. The thing is, once you get going, it's not like cold and wet doesn't bother you. It's just then it causes like chafing issues and that. So I think it's supposed to be pretty warm and sunny today, I hope, because if so, it'll dry my pack and dry everything out pretty quick. So today, we're doing Bromley Mountain, which I'm really excited about. Bromley is like a ski area. I mean, climbing it, that may not be the most exciting, but Bromley is supposed to be really pretty. Don't know how far we're going to go today. She's got to like figure out with family, like if she's going to meet up with somebody and figure out what she's doing to determine if she's leaving today or if she's going to stay another night. So, I don't know if she stays, we'll try to do 15 or so, hopefully. I don't know if she wants to do that many, but I'd like to get 15 in. Even if I only did like 10 or 11, I would still be averaging 15s because I did 19 2 days ago and almost 16 yesterday. And basically, I got to do 15s every day with no zeros. So to finish by the date I have in mind. I will still take some zeros. And one thing I just keep trying to remind myself is don't rush through this. Just because you're 3/4 of the way done, don't rush through the best part of the trail. So, you know, I don't know. This is the first morning that it's been relaxing and joyful already. And it's like, I don't know. There's something about being up north that's just, it's pretty. It's different. My body feels a lot better today than it did yesterday morning after my initial 19 on the first day back. So I think all is well. Looking forward to the day. All right, check this view out from Prospect Rock. It's just a short side trail off the AT. Wow, look at these clouds. And clouds down below. It's not raining, but the visibility is not great. It's really humid today. It's not all that hot. I think the high is only like 79 up here at the elevations. But we started with wet clothes today. Nothing's gonna dry out. My shoes and socks are soaked. Not really sure what the plan is for today. I still wait to see what Primetime's doing as far as when she's gonna stop hiking. All right, I'm alone again. She hiked 18 miles. No, she was struggling to figure out where to get picked up. And her ride, bye. I'm going to Maine. She was trying to figure out where her ride could pick her up. And it's either here or on the other side of Bromley Mountain. And with the weather possibly coming in, also her knees started hurting a little bit. So she was wanting to be able to hike with a family member tomorrow. So she didn't want to totally wreck her knee. But I told her, hey, if I were you, and I was getting off the trail here in a bit anyway, like there's no way I'd climb Bromley just for the heck of climbing it and then have to push your time. So she was like, yep, that's a good idea. So when I get up to Bromley, they have a ski patrol like warming lodge, and it's open all summer for thru hikers, and we are allowed to stay there. They also have charging ports. So I don't know, I would love to stay up there. It may be really cool, but that would only give me like 10.5 or 11, I think, today. So I really need to do more than that, but I don't know, just for the experience, I may do it. We'll see. I really would like to push over 15. But we'll see. I'm definitely going to sit there for a while, let my feet dry out and charge my phone and all, so I don't have to use my battery bank. I'm actually charged my headlamp a bit too because I used it a lot last night. So, all right. Ooh, the sun's coming out. All right, see you in a bit. I said yesterday you all were being too good to me. I forgot to say this earlier. Cell service has been very spotty. So I did have some service at the Viewpoint earlier, and I was able to catch up on some comments and emails and stuff. And I got a message that my friend Andrew, one of my motorcycle riding buddies, well, I guess he's just a good buddy, not just motorcycles, but we ride bikes together. He went to Sturgis without me, like all my other Sturgis friends. But anyway, he did send me some virtual trail magic yesterday. So thank you very much, Andrew. You guys are gonna make it really easy for me to be bougie and start going to town more. But I feel like I gotta, I don't know, pay my dues or put in some trail time after being gone for 8 days. So I'm planning to, like Rutland, Killington, and the inn at the Long Trail are all within like a couple miles of one another. So just depending on what the situation is in a couple days, I will be going to one of them to resupply, hopefully like do laundry and like shower, but I don't plan to zero or anything. Just plan to go, you know, still do not even really Neros, like hoping the timing works where I can just go in and do all the things and come back out the next morning. And then the next town I think would be Hanover. That's once I'm in New Hampshire. So I'm thinking that Hanover will be where I take my first zero post break. I don't plan to zero every week. So I'm hoping to maybe try a little bit different strategy. Maybe do a little less miles per day and less zeros. Now, partially it's because it was my first day back after the 8-day hiatus. But man, after 19, I was sore that night and next morning. Yesterday, after 15, took my time. The first 3.5 or so I did pretty quick, but then once I met up with Emily, we kind of took our time, went swimming and things like that, and I felt good. So maybe like somewhere between 15 and 19 is like the sweet spot of making miles and making it feel easy. So I don't know, I may try that for a bit and see if I can stick to a little bit less miles. So, because I have it worked out, as long as I can do 15 a day every day, but then I'll summit on the day that I want to summit. It's actually 14 and change, but I'll just tell myself 15. And then I'll need to do more to make up for like Neros and zeros. So I just could average 15 a day. And that would let me summit within 6 months, even with the break and all the zeros. So that's kind of the goal right now. I'm not going to tell a date yet, but if you've been with me long enough and know my start date, you can probably figure that out. All right. If you don't see me before then, I'll see you on top of Bromley. All right, so I'm 0.3 from the summit of Bromley. And right now you're looking downhill at a ski slope. And this is the ski slopes down Bromley Mountain. You can see like the snow poles on the sides. Huh. So we're getting close to the top. 0.3 to go. And I'm gonna take a break up here. It's actually nice and warm and sunny. Maybe spread some stuff out. It still looks cloudy ahead of me. The sun's shining behind me. Hope to dry some stuff out, lighten up some wet stuff, and dry my feet out for a while, charge my phone, and then kind of start. I plan to stay here for at least an hour. Charge the phone, and that way I'm still conserving my battery bank. And I don't know, probably figure out kind of an idea what this afternoon is gonna look like. I don't know what time it is. I'm guessing it's about 1 o'clock. Oh wow, it keeps going up there a good ways. I was wrong, it's 1:40 p.m. already. Has slow morning. Oh, I forgot we got such a late start, and then I stayed at the parking lot for a bit. Oh well, still be plenty of time to do whatever I need to do. I turn my head around to catch my breath. Look at that view. Okay, so I've been sitting here for quite a while. There are a couple of section hikers that are going to stay here tonight. Me and another through hiker have been just hanging out for quite a while, and I plan to hike more. Wow. But it's so beautiful up here, and it would be great if I could get a sunset up here. I mean, I've only done, I think, 10.5, so it would kind of be a Nero to stay here. But I don't know, I may end up doing it. Let's just see. I need to look at the weather again and all right, so here is the 360 of the top of Bromley Mountain. So this is the ski patrol warming lodge right there, and they allow through hikers to camp in there, electricity and all. And here is the ski lift. All right, had a really good, way too long of a break on top of Bromley, and now I'm walking through like some really dense weeds, like covering the trail, almost like a dry car wash. So I got my phone charged like all the way up to 100, took care of some things I needed to do with some cell service up there. I pretty much dried everything out. My shoes and socks and all are even mostly dry. So it's a pretty successful long break. Really wanted to stay up there. And I looked, I thought I had done like 10.5, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just do a shorter day. Maybe because it's starting to clear up. And then I was like, no, it's not even 4 o'clock. It was probably 3:45 now. And there's like a shelter and then a campsite, like 7.1 and 7.5. So like I won't get there till close to dark, an hour before or so. But I was just like, I really need to get the miles and stay on track. So here I am hiking. I'm gonna have to put this down because it's getting steep on this descent. So I'll talk to you when I get there. So it is 5 p.m. and I still have like 4.4 I think to the shelter. And I'm hoping to go to the campsite past that. It's like 4.9. I got 5 miles left. It's already 5 p.m. So I probably won't be there till 7:30, which is fine. I like to be to camp by 7. Gives you plenty of time to get all set up and cook dinner and all the chores before dark. But I know what you're all interested in, moss updates. So since service has been spotty, I haven't talked to her before just a few minutes ago. I haven't talked to her in a day and a half or so. But she has been doing really good miles. She got off 43 miles north of where I'm going to get to tonight. So she got off to like 48 miles north of me. She had a couple day head start, and she's done better miles. Like probably, I don't know how many she did daily, but I'm assuming she did better than me yesterday and today. But unfortunately, she said her feet have been hurting her really bad. Like she said, like Pennsylvania kind of hurt. So she's considering taking a 0 day tomorrow, but she's not sure yet. Says she already has new shoes and insoles sitting at the hotel she's in, ready to wear. She just needs her feet to stop hurting enough to put them on. So hopefully that gets resolved pretty quick. But just wanted to give you all an update on our buddy Moss. Anyway, I gotta keep going here. I got 5 miles and not a lot of time to do it. So, and I got at least I think a 1,200 foot climb to do up. I don't remember the name of this mountain. It starts with an S. I don't remember what it is. But anyway, I got to climb up it. So talk to you in a bit. It is almost 7 p.m. and I've been making fairly good time, but there has been a couple steep ups and downs, and they were wet and muddy and rocky. I have, I think, about 0.8 or 0.7 to a shelter, and then a half mile beyond that is a campsite. And I'm hoping to make it to the campsite because, one, it's another half mile that I could get done. But the comments show that this shelter has like one tent platform, so you don't really want to have to use that. I know I'm going to have to eventually use those things in the whites maybe. And I have a trekking pole tent, so definitely don't have time to figure that one out. It says there's a couple tent spots at the shelter. There is water at the shelter, and then there's also water between the shelter and the campsite. So if I go to the campsite, I'm going to have to stop and get water, and I have like 1.2 or 3, I think. So I'm going to get in late. By the time I get water and get that, maybe 7:45 or so. By the time I get there, I think it's getting dark now, like pretty dark by 8:45. So probably like by 8:30, it's getting darkish. Especially with today, it's been pretty cloudy. The sun kind of comes and goes. So it's going to depend on if it's cloudy or not around dark, how long I'm going to have daylight. Either way, it's not going to be much time. I got a fly that keeps bothering me. I'm not going to have a lot of time. I don't think I got him. I think I just hit myself for no reason. I won't have a lot of time to get set up and get dinner cooked and all that. But I knew that. I had that leisurely morning today. I actually made coffee for the first time in, I don't know, months. Stayed at Bromley. I don't know. I would say too long, but like not really too long. It was a great afternoon up there, and it was beautiful, and got all my phone charged and all, so I don't regret it. It just means I have less time this evening. And with everything being soaked this morning, my feet are killing me. Like, I've had it worse. It's not like it, and I didn't take any ibuprofen or anything, but they're hurting. I'm ready to be done hiking for the day. Like, nothing else hurts at all. It's just my feet. They always hurt much worse when they're wet. And I was able to dry my shoes and socks out mostly up on top of Bromley, but I think when the damage was done from this morning, just walking and stopping wet shoes and socks. They'll be fine tomorrow, I'm sure. They always are. I just ready to be done for the day. I did not look. I don't know for sure. I think this will give me 16.6-ish, I'm going to guess. And since I'm going to get into either the shelter or campsite, whichever one, I'm going to get there pretty late. And I'm not going to have much time. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you good night now. If I have time, I may take a couple pictures. I haven't taken any good tent pictures in a while, so we'll just see how the campsite looks. But I'm going to tell you good night for now, and I will be back with y'all in the morning. So have a good one. Okay, so I stopped at that shelter, and it is packed. Quarter mile back, I could hear people. And there was like 6 people on a side of the picnic table, really nowhere to camp. There was one guy trying to pitch a tent in a janky spot, and he's like slim pickings. So I kept going. I did fill up water at another stream back there, and I've just been carrying it. I was gonna like top off some more here because there's not gonna be any for like the first 5 miles per mile. But this water is brown. I don't know if it's mud or tannins. Probably, it looks like the tannins. It could be all the mud from the rain. But I'm not going to get it. I have enough. I may need to skimp a little bit in the morning, but that'll be fine. I'm almost to this campsite. I'm hoping to be a few people there, but after so many people at the site back there, I don't know. One other thing I was going to say, I saw 12 southbounders today. Usually like 3 is the max. So I hit a big southbound bubble. I talked to a lot of them, and they're all still like so excited, and because you know they've done less than a quarter, almost a quarter of the trail, but just under. I've done over 3/4, so the mood's a little different, but it's really rejuvenating to see these people. Like, I find myself walking faster every time I talk to one. Just their energy is contagious, and I know it's cool when you think, well, together we've done the whole trail already, and it's like, if they've done what I got to do, surely no problem there. So that's been exciting. I'm sure a bunch of those people there were southbounders, so there may be well more than 12. I just know for sure 12 that I talked to. Here's another stream here that looks clearer, but I think I'm going to grab some of this water just so I have plenty. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you again, good night. See you in the morning. Good morning. It is 6:30 a.m. Man, this is a beautiful place. I didn't realize it earlier before I got here. This is a lake campground. Oh my gosh, I'm going to show you some better views in a second. But it's gorgeous here. So I got here late last night. There's a ton of people. There's even like a bunch of kids just going to camp. They were all over on this side of the path, singing last night and making noise, like right when I got here, but everything was quiet at dark, except all the coyotes that were howling. So this has like designated camp spots. There really wasn't anywhere to pitch a tent other than on tent platforms, which is what they want you to use up here in the north. And this was the first time I pitched my duplex on a platform. It was a challenge. I'm glad it didn't rain. Like, I got it up okay, but the way I had to anchor it down on the edges, it was not the proper like ventilation and all that for rain. But anyway, wow, what a gorgeous morning it is here. I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you some better views of the lake. And then this is not on the trail, so I'm gonna have to head back to the trail and get to moving north. I need to do a big day today because I ain't got much food left. And I've got like 42 miles to town, so. All right, let me show you this lake and I'm gonna get to walking. Look at the clouds below me. Let me show you what I'm climbing. I'm gonna turn around. It's like the spine of a slick rock all the way up. And my shoes get slick after walking on that mud. Yeah, that's okay. We'll take it slow. We'll get up there. Wow, it's even better the little higher I climb. Just sat down there on those rocks and filtered water and took a break for a while. Talked to a couple other hikers that were doing the same. I've been kind of bumping back and forth with them for a couple days. I just got their names though. Baba Rosa and The Glue. All right, I'm gonna go up here and then I'm gonna show you the view from the suspension bridge when I get up there to see it. Man, this is so awesome. There's a bunch of good campsites around here too. And you know the rules though, or the way it works, all the awesome campsites are between 8 and 11 a.m. When you're looking for them, they're nowhere to be found in the evenings. Vermont has been beautiful so far. It just really has. Went up to another beautiful lake. It is a Saturday and it is full of day hikers and weekenders. Let's look at this lake. It's freaking beautiful. I guess it's Little Rock Pond Loop. AT North, Long Trail North, that away. There are people swimming on the other side on that rock. I'm sitting on a rock. I've been doing lots of sitting down today. I'm hungry, but I got to ration food so I have enough to get to town. My body is just tired, and I don't know why. I guess this is the 4th day out. I don't know. I'm just tired. A lot of the hikers are talking, the Nobos are talking about, we're just run down. Our bodies are tired. And my feet have been killing me today. Like I even soaked them in that one stream earlier with that bridge we walked over. Oh, I don't know. It's 12 o'clock or like 12:05, I think. So I've been walking for, well, I left camp 5.5 hours ago. But I've stopped a few times for like water and a privy and things like that. And I've been sitting a lot just to give my feet a break. I'm hoping to do 18 today. So I don't know. I got to do at least 15. I'm trying to figure out my strategy for Rutland or Killington, or where I'm going to go for food, and if I'm going to stay there, which I really need to do shower and laundry, so I'll probably stay one night. So I've been looking at the map a little bit today when I'm breaking, just trying to figure that stuff out. So there's supposed to be some cool stuff. Head up to White Rocks now. We've had some cool views this morning already, like of lakes and stuff. So hopefully we get some more good stuff. The trail has been just like extra rocky and rooty today in many places. It's been pretty, but the trail just makes for slow going. And it's making my feet hurt. So I was hoping to do 22.5 today, but I don't think that's happening. It's already 2 o'clock. And 22.5 would be like another 9.5. So that ain't happening. But in 1.6, there's water where it's supposed to have cascading pools big enough you can take a dip in. So I plan to get there and take a little bit longer break. Maybe get in the water, depending on what it looks like. And then go another 5 after that, I think. I think that one will give me 19 for the day, which is fine. I just, that may be just gonna have to be what's good for today. You gotta take every day how they come. So crazy. I've seen this on so many YouTube vlogs the last several years. And now it's me here videoing. How awesome. There's tons of Karens. Karens everywhere. You can probably hear that waterfall coming from right over there. There were some more people showing up there, so I didn't do any videoing. I was just about to turn the camera on when people and a dog started running through the water. So I sat at that water for a while. I filled up 2 liters of water, and then I drank probably 1.5 liters while I was there, or at least 1.25 liters, because there's some comments that the water source at the shelter I'm heading to was a trickle a couple days ago, but with all that rain we got 2 nights ago, I'm sure it's fine. But anywho, I went ahead and did what I could to make sure I wasn't going to need a whole lot of water later. Good news is it is 10 minutes before 4 o'clock, and I am walking and only have 4.3 miles to go. Yesterday, it was 4 o'clock when I left Bromley, and I had like almost 8 miles to go. So in a better position today than yesterday, but I am got 4.3 to go, and I'm already ready to be done. So it just is what it is, though. It's been a beautiful day. I'm hoping for no rain. Hello, there's a bunch of people tenting right by me, so I'm gonna be quiet. Just wanted to check in and tell y'all good night. It's still daylight, all the chores are done. Only big thing to report is I found that there's a bunch of mold or mildew growing inside of my phone case around my phone. Anyway, have a good night. Come back next time, because next time I'm going to be under 500 miles.